Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your March reading. This is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. However, for whatever reason that you chose to click on this video, know that there is no such thing as a coincidence. And so I do hope you hear all that you need at this time, and do subscribe before you leave. Let's get into this energy for the month of March. Coming into it, you have the Knight of Wands with the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Coins. So what came through as I was meditating on your energy was Mr. Still Your Girl, that song by Trey Songz. So I definitely feel like in regards to a relationship, in regards to something that is contractual in nature, right? Dealing with the house of business, relationships are a business of sorts, okay? But there is a decision to be made, because at the bottom of the deck you do have the Two of Coins that did show up. So I feel like somebody is trying to be Swiper the Fox here coming into the beginning of the month, or you have that energy because you just want to be flirtatious and you want to be playful, and you know, you're just really looking for a good time. Just plain and simple here with this Knight of Wands energy. It's not something that can be depended upon, right? This is more reckless energy. So I feel like you guys are really just getting into some fun, but potentially some trouble again as it pertains to some sort of business deal here. You have the Eight of Cups, so there's high stakes emotionally in this moment that's happening, because if this is about a relationship, say somebody's walking away from a relationship, then that is the funny business to some degree that you are getting into for this month, okay? They're walking out of something into something with you, so you're going to have to weigh the pros and cons of trying to start a relationship off of the basis of this knowledge, okay? Now, if you are yourself leaving a relationship, then just make sure that you're taking the time here with this Ten of Coins to gather yourself, okay? Making sure that you can handle any emotional turmoil that may still reside within you. You know, you're kind of like checking your baggage. You're screening yourself emotionally this month, or you should, to see if this is something that you are prepared for, because there is that sort of gamble. Like, it's all fun and games until you find somebody that you actually really like, and so you want to make sure that you are prepared for either circumstance. You know that you can handle any decision that you make this month here. Coming into the second and the third week of March, energetically what came up was the Four of Wands, followed by the Seven of Cups, and it kind of reads like a story. All of it just came on top of each other. You know, so you have the Four of Wands, Seven of Cups, High Priestess with the Knight of Coins, and then coming into the end of March, leading out with the Nine of Coins, followed by the Ten of Swords. So this is something that is crippling. Maybe it's an unforeseen circumstance, something that can't be predicted here, or it's something that you subconsciously already knew what happened and it happens. Kind of like a slap in the face. Okay, something that will set you back by the end of the month, but if nothing else, you going into the relationship or getting out of a relationship, maybe the last thing that needs to be resolved is figuring out how to end things amicably, right? Still being able to be friendly and be there for one another regardless of the situation or where you stand in it or where you see it going or not. Again, just totally up to whatever you're going through. So it's making sure that there are no words left unspoken. That's what I'm hearing here with this, with the High Priestess energy. Can be dealing with a Pisces, somebody that has heavy water placement, somebody that you can't trick or get the best of. They're intelligent. So if you're trying to come in, trying to be the player type, they can call you on your BS. They're reading your body language, right? The things that aren't said. reading your energy, filling you out. This is another water sign. You know, you guys are very intuitive. Two water signs together, it can be extremely powerful. Somebody may have your attention, somebody that you have been drawn to for a while or have had some sort of interest in because you wanted to maybe get to know them better, is what I'm getting here. They've always kind of been out of reach, and now there's a kind of like a little window, is what I'm saying, a little window of opportunity when either you or this person can see beyond the illusions of the reality that they have been living in themselves and what is unsatisfactory, be it they're in another karmic relationship, be it that they're coming out of just some whatever else is transformational, like the change of a job or moving to a different city or location or returning home after being away for a while, you know, and having to readjust to something that has changed or something that has had to be walked away from here in the Eight of Cups. This is not the time to play games. If this is somebody that you have an interest in and the opportunity presents itself, you're going to be making the decision to go for it or not, right? You can allow yourself to hold yourself back with these emotional reservations that you have with the Seven of Cups. Again, if this is not you, this can be the other person. But with that, you know, like, should I go for it? Should I not? What does this mean? Because you're dealing with, if you're involved with somebody, you are really involved with somebody. Like, they're the only person that has your attention. They have your undivided attention. You can become consumed with this person to a point of obsession and just wanting to know them, right? You really want to swallow them whole here with this energy that's here. Or this can be just how the other person operates on a relationship level. But you want to make sure that it's not going to be a waste of time if you involve yourself in it, because you will give it your all, okay? And so you may be wanting to test the waters just to make sure that the other person is on the same page as you, because you don't want to get burned. You don't want it all to be thrown back into your face, right? I'm getting the sense of like, this is all I have left, you know, to give. Like, I only have one more chance in me with this energy. So you guys have something to make. It can be positive, you know, so long as you're asking the right questions. If you get this opportunity to be in such an intimate space with someone that's really like your 15 minutes, that is your interview. Okay, you guys are interviewing each other, like, are you really the right fit for me? Is this something that I really need in this chapter that I'm trying to go into or grow into? You know, all about learning a lesson, but you don't want to put yourself in unnecessary mess or in something that you really could have just lived without. So just make sure that you leave a lasting impression, that you feel like they hit all the key points, you know, that they leave a lasting impression, that they have the morals that you have, like you share, right? That you have a lot more in common than maybe you've had. So you guys are being more methodical and being more realistic or practical in the way that you're choosing to move throughout the remainder of the month following this energy. I mean, you may just have a surge of passion, surge of a higher libido. You may have a surge of wanting to be spontaneous and or romantic, or have a surge of divine inspiration and creative power. And just know that if that happens for you this month, if that's what you're feeling this month, that you know that you will burn out quickly with this energy. So make sure that you do something productive with it. Again, that you're not wasting your time. With this Eight of Cups here, and knowing that 8 is your ruling house, check in with those placements within yourself to see what it is that you're still having to cleanse this month. With this new moon, what is it that you are releasing with this new wave? Okay, as the water recedes back out, what are you letting go of? Any illusions of control over the trajectory of your life and the way that events happen in your life? What are you letting go of? old behavioral patterns? What are you trying to transform? What are you trying to learn? Like latent abilities that you might have, you know, that has been buried beneath the surface of your conscious awareness, okay? Do you have a conscience? A conscience? Maybe that's what you need to work on. Maybe you lack morals and moral values and sticking with your convictions no matter what those around you believe. Just understanding that there's purpose in not wavering on what it is that you value and what it is that you're looking for. Like you're not willing to lower your standards by any means. And so everybody in your circle needs to understand that maybe that is what you're working on, just your confidence overall and having belief in yourself and your ability to be productive, to be committed, right, with this 10 of coins, to be entrepreneurial. Okay, maybe you've tried things in the past and they haven't worked out, but you have to be open to change and learning more about how to adapt to just the world, the economy as it changes and what it requires and what it needs, what will always be here, and looking at those things and creating from that space and from that awareness. So maybe that's what you're focusing on coming into the beginning of the month, and you're just going to figure out towards the middle and end, especially with Mercury being retrograde, especially with people not really understanding each other that well, especially with any other planets that may be in a water sign, or again just your own energy, the internal conflicts that you're having, the squares within other placements of your natal chart. If this sounds like a new language, I have a link in my description box where you can research what your houses are if you're unaware, as well as like your moon and rising sign. Everybody already knows their sign, right? That's what you generally see when people post on Twitter, on what's the Tumblr, Instagram, you know, the monthly horoscopes or the daily horoscopes. It's from a sun standpoint, which is very shallow. That's just the surface. You're not even touching the tip of the iceberg, or you just see the tip and there's so much more. Okay, judgment and vision and understanding still clouded, so you can't see anything beyond that. But I do have a link for you to check out. So make sure that you're looking at those placements and working on those things, or becoming more aware of those things, so that you can make wiser decisions, so that you can understand your worth, right? Self-care is important, so maybe you need to look at that a little bit this month. But really coming towards the middle and end, you're just going to figure out how to, again, as I was saying, maintain what it is that you start with in this beginning, okay, of the month. Some of you guys just might be feeling a little bit more lucky. You're coming out of a funk. You know, you don't want to take anything seriously right now, and that's okay, so long as everybody in your external environment, should you interact with them on any social level, also understands where you're coming from and what you want. Ask for what you want this month. Make sure that everybody knows what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for, okay? And just stick with it. But I do also believe here with this 10 of Swords that you can't have what I'm talking about unless you decide to remove yourself from this energy. It's a circle, right? It's never ending. 10s are completions, but I mean, to what degree? As soon as something ends, something else is beginning, so there really is no line of demarcation where there's just nothingness. Okay? So this can very well be you, because energy is fluid coming into the beginning of the month, and the reading is then backwards for you, if that makes any sort of sense. So take it as it applies. There is a decision to be made. You have to take a risk. You also might be being tested on something, again, as it pertains to your morals or your values, beliefs, as it pertains to what it is that you may have already exclaimed that you've wanted to see in your life. So you may be getting tested this month, all right? But watch out for a swiper. If somebody's trying to come steal your girl, or if you might be in some mess and interrupting your situation, don't bring unnecessary karma and drama into your life, okay? So as far as your chakras, work on the sacral solar plexus, root chakra here a little bit, as well as your heart chakra. like this video if it resonated for you. Share this with your friends and family. Do definitely subscribe for more. And if you want to delve deeper into your own energies, what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you need extra guidance on, you can hit me up at my email. I'll leave here as well as in the description box, okay? So if I don't speak to you in the comments, or once you book with me, as it is more private, more intimate, one-on-one, then until we speak again, do take care of yourself.